Hi everybody, it's Lavinia and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to share how I make my um, stack, cut, and shuffle cards or fractured cards. So here's an example of one that I made. So I used some paper from the Paper Studio and I used two sheets, stacked them on top of each other, and then just angled them in different ways to cut them to get 4 pieces. And then I used some dies and stamps to add a little embellishment here. And here's another one. Same cardstock, so it was 2 sheets of paper, and then I just glued them there. I also was making Christmas cards, and with this one I used 3 sheets of paper. So this plaid, the one with the trees, and then the one with the snowflakes. So I thought I would go ahead and show you how I made them. So I'm using this blank. It's from the Paper Studio. Got these at Hobby Lobby, so it's just a boxed card set in different colors. So I'm going to use this pink because I'm going to be using a remnant of this cardstock, which I used in the larger card here. So it's also a great way of using up your scraps. And this is the cardstock pad. It's from the Paper Studio called Distress Fluoro. So I use that one, and then I'm also using this as a contrast. This is a little bit lighter. This is a little bit heavier. This one is called Tattered and Worn, and so I picked up a sheet of that. So what I'm going to do is measure first. I'm only going to use 2 sheets. Again, you could use more. So this measures 5.5 by 4 1/4. 4 1/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim down these sheets. It might be a little bit smaller than this, just so that you can see the edge. So in this one here, I left a little bit of an edge. In this one, I went straight up to the edge. So I don't know, maybe I might go up straight up to the edge. As I trim it, I'll decide. But I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 pieces, one out of here and one out of here, so that when I layer it, I'll show you then how I cut those pieces. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my pieces here cut at 5.5 by 4 1/4. And now I just have my trimmer here, and I'm just going to make sure that they're stacked on top of each other. So again, if you wanted to use more than 1 sheet of paper, so maybe you wanted to use 3 or 4, you most certainly can do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and, let's see, bring it down here so you can see. Just make sure that they're stacked. And just cut different shapes. So there's one. Maybe I'll tilt it this way. And write that. So now I have these. So let me just pause here a second. Okay, so this is what the card would look like. So I'm just going to go ahead and alternate. So I'm putting this one here at the bottom, and then this one here, like that. So I'll decide if I want, well, this will be one card, like that. And then this piece on top, and then the other card will look like this. Just need to make sure that triangle is in the correct spot. So you see, I'll get 2 cards out of those 2 sheets of paper. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue it on top of here. So I'm just checking the positioning of the pieces. Just again, make sure that this triangle is in the correct spot. So put these here. And I'm just going to go ahead and start with this piece. Just going to use a glue stick. Let's see. Just use the back of this. And you can use whatever glue you have. And I'm just making sure that it is coming up to the edge. If anything goes over, so let's say this wasn't trimmed, you know, I can always then cut that off. But here's that first piece. Now again, this is lightweight, so I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue here. And get that up to the edge. Like that. I'll start with this piece. So again, this is just a nice way to create your own background, create your own unique cards. And now this last piece. Again, just making sure that they come up to the edge. And even, again, if there's any space, you could always add the embellishments to hide anything, or, you know, add an additional strip of paper, ephemera. But there's that card right there. Really easy. So let's go ahead and maybe do the other one. This is just brown cardstock. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and place these to make sure I have them in the right order. And let's see. Okay, looks like it goes like that. So that triangle is the tricky part. All right. Leave that down there. And with these two, I mean, unless there's, you know, directional, but it can go either this way or it can go this way. Again, also a nice way to use up scraps. Okay, let's pick this triangle. Press that down. Let's go ahead and put this one. And then the final piece of the puzzle, really. It's like you're putting a puzzle together. And you could probably even use 4 different scraps of paper or cuts of paper. So rather than having 2 or 3, like this one has the 3, so they're totally different. So, but there you go. That's it for that. I think I'm going to go ahead and maybe stamp some die cuts and glue them on here. So I think I'm going to use this die with this paper and maybe cut out this little frame, and then with some paper from the other cardstock I'm going to cut out a couple of hearts and put those in. So let's take a look and see how that turns out. So I have my little mini die cutting machine from We Are Memory Keepers, and going to put this on here. Face down that way. Let me get a little piece of the other cardstock. Don't need much. Put these 2 little hearts on here. Put this on. And for some reason it doesn't always go in, so I'm using this as a shim. It actually fits perfectly here. This gift card holder. Oh, let me go ahead and get that settled. All right. So here's the little tiny heart. The larger heart. And let's see if this frame didn't cut out too well. I think maybe because the paper's too thin. So let's go ahead and try it again. Okay, yeah, as I mentioned, this paper's too thin, or is thinner than regular cardstock. So I think we're just going to double it up. Who knows, maybe I can cut 2 pieces at once. And we will try it again. And hopefully it'll work. And I think what I'll do is I'll run it through twice, or back and forth. Okay, I'm just going to come on back. Maybe again. I'm waiting for my spellbinders to arrive. I just got the notification that the shipping label was created, so hopefully I should get it maybe by next week. Well, looks like it does one side but not the other. Let's see if I can tear it carefully. Let me check on this. Well, I was able to get some of the edges out, but some of them tore a little bit. So what I'm going to do is when I put these on the card, I'm going to go ahead and place them this way so that it covers up those edges. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out some more hearts. Well, I didn't like the way it looks, but I still was not going to be deterred. So I just cut off that little bottom edge, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here. Again, once I get my spellbinders, I'm interested to see if it will cut it correctly. It's supposed to have the magic mat, so we'll see. I think I'm actually going to maybe put this here. And then I'll glue these hearts. This little tiny one here. Okay, so like that. And let me think if I will put maybe a sentiment here or not. Oh, I thought I would cut this and glue it here also. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Put that in that corner. Like that. All right, let's take a look at what sentiments I have. I was thinking of doing a banner, but I don't know if that would be too much pink on pink. So I might just stamp the sentiment down here. Although there is this portion of the cardstock that has, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, well, let's try it out and see. I think I'm going to use this stamp. It says, wishing you a special day. And this is the Works tool by We Are Memory Keepers. So I'm going to use this stamp. It comes with this platform here that's magnetic. And let's see. So I think I'm going to use this section here. So I'm just going to go ahead and place that there. Place this here. Get that. Oops. Forgot that it comes with magnets. Hold on a second. So it comes with these little magnets that you can hold. Now I put a piece of foam board here because sometimes it doesn't always, the ink doesn't always come through, especially if it's a large stamp. Usually the sentiments are fine, but I'm going to go ahead and use this to hold it down. And let's put this stamp back here. And then we'll cut out a banner. So I have that there. I have this Ranger archival ink. So I'm just going to go ahead and ink up that stamp. All right, come back to the platform. Press down. Perfect. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is run it through the little die cutting machine as a banner. Get rid of these items. So bring the little die cutting machine back. So this is the banner. And get this. Make sure it's all in. Hopefully it won't move. Maybe I'll put this on last just to make sure. I guess I could put washi tape or something to keep it down, huh? I'm new at this, folks. I'm new at this. All right. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. All right, here we go. Looks good to me. Let's get the card. And let's see. Yeah, I like that. So I could put that there, or I could use foam tape, but I think it looks good just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue that down and call this one done. So I hope this gives you inspiration to try this technique out. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So I got the hearts. Use that little cut from the die. and made my own card. So I'm going to go ahead and mail this one out. If you like this, I hope you give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Bye.